Good afternoon, Stephen.
Hey mate, how are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm cozy.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit cold, hence why I'm cozy. But just trying to stay warm, mate. How are you?
yeah. She's been cold today, and yesterday was freezing.
Just
Last,
still windy out. Still windy out there.
yeah, pretty windy. Last little surge of winter before the spring hits.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I think next week it's gonna brighten up very nicely. I
Yeah,
hope.
it is meant to. So we're going to do a little bit more of the same of what we did yesterday. So a couple of questions from each of us for one another, and
Yeah,
see what we can find out about each other that we may not already know.
I'm excited, mate. Do you want to lead? You lead the charge.
Yeah, I'll lead the way. I got my first one for you. So, question number one, and this doesn't have to have been experiential. It could be something that's just in your mind, so you don't have to have done it before. So, what is your favorite karaoke song? As in, if you were doing
Oh,
karaoke and you could sing any song that you wanted because either you just like the song or you know all the words or
yeah,
you've maybe done it before, what would it be?
yeah. So the karaoke song that I would go to, hands down, it's a karaoke classic, and it's "Sweet Caroline" by Neil
Oh
Diamond.
yeah,
So the
yeah.
reason why I'm picking "Sweet Caroline," it is a good song,
Hmm.
100%, and I like it. But the main reason is just crowd participation because
Yeah.
I've never seen a crowd not get into "Sweet Caroline," and I just envision myself sort of singing it, and then when the chorus comes, the whole hand part, I'm just reaching out, and then there's a part where he actually says reaching out, and then you just reach out to the crowd, and then you give them the "Sweet Caroline," and then you just throw the mic to them, and they give you the dun dun duns. So anything with any crowd participation, I am 100% down for. So that's why "Sweet Caroline's my answer.
It's funny you say that. I saw a video on Instagram yesterday or the day before, and it was a guy. It was in the subway in New York, I think, and it was actually a guy on a guitar, like busking, singing that song. And about 30 seconds into it, like it went from nobody singing to just about the whole subway station singing the song with him. It was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
The
it's a good. It is a good
the other
song.
one that came in my head was, and this is just purely based on the reaction I got at the
Trivia.
Cardiff Trivia Night, was "What About Me" by Shannon Noll.
That
That was insane.
was funny.
I was not playing. I did not plan that. So the Adamstown members probably aren't aware, but there was a question. Obviously I asked the same question as I did at your trivia night at Adamstown, and someone yelled out when I said who was the runner up, and someone just launched it out of nowhere. It's like Shannon Noll. Like, I know this Shannon Noll, and I was just like, all right, no. So I was just like randomly just started singing "What About Me," and everyone just started singing it. It was just going off.
Great moment. We got it on video, I think.
We do have it on video, and yeah, like I started singing it, and I thought I'll probably just sing a couple of lines, and then everyone's just going to look at me like I'm some sort of fruitcake. But everyone just jumped in, and they were getting into the "What About Me." It was good times.
Have you ever actually done karaoke?
Yeah, I've done karaoke before.
What before I ask you this, do you know there's actually a place in town that does karaoke now?
I
It's
don't know.
it's just next to Sam and Joe's bar, the Rogue Scholar. It's
Yeah,
called, I don't know what it's called, Newcastle
yeah.
Karaoke or something. I don't know, but yeah, it was pretty popular leading up to lockdown. So maybe might have to try and organise a Christmas party at Joe and
It'd be fun.
Sam's place, and then kick ons at the karaoke bar.
It'd be fun. I've only done karaoke once. I was 18, and I'd had a few too many, and I
What
got
what
up and sang
song?
karaoke.
What song?
I sung "Come Said the Boy" by Mondo Rock. Do you know that song?
Oh, I think so.
It goes, "Come said the boy." Do-na-na-na. It's Aussie classic.
That's a
Um,
very odd choice, though. I feel like there's a
well,
lot of other better
well,
ones.
I was watching Underbelly at Taylor Two Cities at the time. This song featured in Underbelly on a certain episode, and it just was in my head, and I was just like, "Mondo Rock, come said the boy." Having said that, it was a big night though, and I just randomly just said, "That's all I want to sing."
I
Um,
I sung The Gambler at the Kent one time.
oh, did ya?
Yeah, because they used to do. They might still. I mean, not right now, but they used to do karaoke on Thursday nights, I think. And
Yeah,
I was there. This was back when I was at uni. Me and my friend Michael,
yeah.
and it was just after we both finished for the semester, so we went out for the night. Kent's was the only place good for a Thursday, and sung the Gambler.
How was the crowd reaction?
Good, good
Yeah, it
participation.
would be for sure.
Yeah,
That's what you need. It's all about
that's
the
it.
crowd participation, 100%. So, is yours the Gambler that you would go to?
Yeah, just
100%.
because I've done it that one time and it wasn't a catastrophe, wasn't too bad.
Yeah, and it's. I think the Gambler's a safe one as well because, and it's same with Sweet Caroline as well. They're safe because I don't think you need to be a good singer to be able to sing it.
Nah, lucky we both are.
Yeah, that is that is lucky. But what about the people? For the people that are tone deaf,
Yeah,
you can just practically talk the song,
you're fine.
and no one cares. But I haven't said that. No one cares if you're trying to bust it out anyway on a night out.
Doesn't really matter.
Everyone genuinely likes that. But that's a good question, mate. Really enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
That was good.
Thank you.
So my questions today, both of them, I think even for my serious one, there is a sort of funny element to it. But I'll start with the lighthearted one. And the lighthearted one is, and I asked this question on Zoom this morning
right.
to a few people. And the question was, if you could, like, if there's a movie about yourself, who plays you and why?
Oh, man, that's
like
a really
famous,
good one.
It can't be you. Like, you can't go, I'll play myself.
Yeah, no.
But any like famous person or, an actor to play yourself, who would it be?
Because you like the actor or because you think they kind of like you somehow?
Your choice, mate. It's your movie. You can't say Denzel either because Denzel is American. So, I mean, like, it has to be it has to be realistic in a sense.
Well, this is a bit of recency bias because we were actually talking movies this morning as well down at our sessions, and we're talking about Hugh Jackman, actually. And I mean, I'm not saying that he looks like me because I can't say that I'm that lucky, but we're talking about how like down to earth he is, and just what like a pretty genuine, nice bloke is. And I'd like to think that I'm pretty down to earth and pretty nice and fairly genuine. So
can you tap dance?
I could learn.
Like Hugh, I think you used to tap dance with the boy from Oz or something.
Yeah, I could do that.
If you can,
great.
So Hugh's your pick.
I think Hugh, just because, like I said, I was talking about him this morning. He's Aussie. He's a nice bloke, pretty easygoing, great actor. I think if there was something to portray from me, then he could do a damn good job of it, whatever that may be.
Pretty handy on the rower as well.
Yeah, he's a good rower. Likes his rowing. It'll just be a rowing movie.
He does good 5K times, that's for sure.
Yeah. For those of you who don't get this joke, me and Steve, well, I don't know if I follow him or I just saw it, but he used to post a bunch of like rowing workout photos. And one of them was like his 2 kilometer time, which was like just under 7 minutes, 6 minutes 59 or something, which is a pretty damn good time for a 2K. And then his 5K row was just under 19 minutes, I think, 18:55 or 59. So Steve and I, like for a while there, our goal was to beat Hugh Jackman on the rower, and actually can say that we both did both those times.
I remember the day I beat because like I was always getting the 19-minute marks, and then I remember one day in at Cardiff I was just sort of rowing. It was like 5K rowing. You and Todd were doing something, and you walked over. You're like, "Oh, how's the time going?" I said, "Like, 19:10 at the moment." You're like, "Oh, let's hew it." So
Let's do it.
So I end up beating Hugh's score. So that was pretty cool. Anyway.
Yeah. So for no real reason other than he's Aussie. He seems like a pretty nice bloke, easygoing, good actor, could portray me however he sees fit. And I was chatting about him this morning. I think Big Hugh would be great.
Big HJ. I think that's a good one. I like that. Hugh Jackman.
Who is it for you?
Will Smith. Here comes the man in black.
What's your reasoning for it?
Okay, so my reasoning is this, right? So I think Will Smith as a bloke, look, I want to give him an easy role. I want to give him an easy role. So I want him to be as close to himself as possible, right? And I like to think that Will Smith, he comes across like a real, like, sort of happy bloke, real good energy.
Yeah,
he doesn't really have to go out of left field for this role, right?
He's always very positive. I see like lots of
Very
his
positive.
posts and videos being very positive about everything.
Very positive.
Perspective.
He's pretty charismatic, and he's a handsome devil. So yeah, I like to think I'll give myself a little bit of a rap. So, and Will's got the dark complexion, but obviously he's a bit darker than me. But having said that, Hollywood does crazy things. You can just edit it to make it like my skin color. Throw a few tattoos on Will. It's all well and good. Another thing is this: Will, he's a sensational dancer. If you don't remember, he had an album back in like 1996, Big Willie Style. It was called. He can dance, and let me tell you, about 2 a.m. at the Kent, I can dance just like Will Smith.
I've got a video to prove that, actually.
Say, me and Will, it's a perfect match. Will, if you're listening, shout out, Will.
He's a great actor too. I got a lot of good movies. He's done a few. There's a couple of ones that I really like that I've watched a bit more recently.
Yeah.
There's one where I think his wife dies because he was texting when he was driving at the start.
I don't know it.
Is it 7 something?
Oh, 7 pounds?
Is that? Yeah, that might be it.
I haven't seen it. To be honest, I haven't seen heaps of Will Smith movies.
Yeah, I think that's 7 pounds. That's a good one. Focus, it's a good movie.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Have you seen Focus?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was going to say.
I love Margot, mate.
Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah, good movie.
And what about Men in Black? Here comes a Man in Black.
Yeah. Bad Boys?
He's in some crackers, mate. Wild Wild West is terrible, but he's in that.
Hey, that'll do. Hugh Jackman and Will. Are they in any movies together?
They are not.
No, not that I know of.
They are not. I can't imagine them being in a movie together.
No.
Just a different contrast in styles and people, I think.
All right.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Next question. I'm glad we got that out of the way in case it ever comes to volition. But, my second, slightly more serious one, and it's very marginally more serious, but what is your most memorable moment as a trainer when you've been helping a particular or specific member through like a tough workout?
Oh, man.
For starters, are there any that just come straight to mind?
Yep.
Who are they?
Corey Harrison on the bike.
What workout?
That was absolutely insane. I'd never seen anything like it in my life.
What workout?
It was the Pasha Bulka.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Pasha Bulka workout. And so this is very recent. There'd be a lot, but this one's pretty recent. It just popped in my head, and it was Corey. And I can't remember what level he had got the last time on the Pasha Bulk. So obviously anyone that hasn't done the Pasha Bulk will know what the Pasha Bulker is. So you start on the bike, you work through 1 calorie in the first level, then you rest until minute 2, and we do 2 calories and so on and so forth until you can't do any calories anymore. You can't beat that minute. And I think Corey, the last time he did it, may have got like 13 or 14, something like that, around that. And anyway, he hit his target goal of 13 or something. Anyway, then he did 14, and I was like he was pushing through it, and he got there. He got to level 14, and he had about 10 seconds to spare. So he's hopped off the bike. He threw himself on the ground. He was done. And I said, Corey, you've got time, mate. Like, let's go. Come on, I'm like clapping, charging him. Come on, Corey, like hop on, like one more round, let's do it. He has dead set. He did the Undertaker. Like he hopped off the ground.
Off from the dead.
Off from the dead. Hopped back on the bike, and he was so buggered. He was like, I'm talking, he was cooked. But he hopped on the bike, and he did it. He did level 15, and he had like a second or 2 to spare. Like he was done. But after that, he was just so elated. Like he was just so pumped about going that extra level where he thought he just couldn't. He had mentally checked out, and the fact that he
You brought him back from the
exceeded
dead.
expectations. Oh, he just thought it was the best ever.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that one specifically. I also remember you telling me about. They're all of them seem to be like the bike workouts.
Yeah.
Couple other ones that spring to mind is you and Sean Dorse at the partner workout.
Oh, I was into poor Sean.
You swearing at him?
I did. I swore at him. I gave him a pep talk because obviously it was the last round, and I could tell he was buggered, and I just without saying the words, I was saying, let's just grit our teeth, and let's go. And it revved Sean up for the last round because Jake was on. His partner was Jake Mills from Adamstown, and Jake was on the ground. Jake had done it was a massive day, and Jake was cheering him on, and I was just saying to Sean, come on, let's go. And I think it did enough to get him over the line, which was good. I was so pumped that day. It was mad.
Yeah, that was awesome. My one, there's two memorable ones for me. One of them was with Sally Cable, and I can't remember if it was Rafferty's or Pashabolka, but I remember it was only a small class, and I think it was Pashabolka because everyone else had finished, and she was the only one still going. So she went to, I think she would have been pushing level 15, and I was just right next to her, just in her ear, come on, Sal, keep going, and she'd drop her RPM, and I said, come on, up your RPM, keep it going, and she, what Sally's like, she doesn't give away much, and then she finished whatever was it 14? She must have finished 14 or 13, and then went to the next one. I said, we got one more, Sal. We're doing it. I said, get it up, get your RPM. And I was just right in her ear for the whole minute. And then she finished it, just similar to Corey. And then she just fell on the ground and was done. But I remember it just being a couple of minutes. She would have been so sick of my voice. Right in her ear when she's struggling to find anything. And the other one is Tabitha, Tab Opland.
Yeah.
And we have a bit of a running joke because every Pashabolka I've been there training her, and whenever we first did it, it was probably this time last year almost, and she may have got 11 or whatever it was, but she pushed really hard, and then I remember at the end of it, she's like, I'm never pushing that hard again, that was horrible. But this is when she's on the ground, and we had a laugh as we're I was congratulating her and whatever. And then it came around again, the workout. She's like, no, not. I'm just gonna cruise this time. I'm not. I don't want to feel like I did last time. And I said, all right. Got her in, and she got up to 11 again. And I was like, come on, Tab, you got one more. And the same as what I did for Sal, I was just in her ear for the last minute. She got to 12, so one more. And then afterwards, she was like, that's it. Never doing that again. That was terrible. I feel awful. You're an idiot, Mitch. Blah blah blah. But she was happy. And then one more time, it happened again. And she's like, nah, honestly, not doing it today. I can't, I don't want to make myself feel like that. Last time, I had the shakes. I couldn't drive home for ages. I felt physically sick. I said, okay. And she got up to 11. She got up to 12. I said, you got this, Tab. You got one more minute, last 60 seconds. Get the RPM up, keep that cadence going, keep going, use those arms. Let's go. We got 30 seconds. Counted down, and she just ticked over to 13 and just collapsed again. And she was like, that's honestly it. I'm not effing doing this again. But
I could imagine.
It's funny because each time we do something hard, or especially a bike workout, I say, hey, Tab, we're on today. And she will just know what's coming because I think she talks herself out of it. But then once she gets into it, she becomes pretty competitive. So there are a few that in recent memory, or not that recent memory, that was kind of within the last year, but two of the more memorable ones for me.
Looking forward to Tab getting up to level 14, day one out of lockdown.
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there. On Tab.
No way. Not there'd be heaps more that
tons.
There'd be so many. Just Corey was just the one that sprang to mind, but there'd be a lot.
And I think we both work at Cardiff on Thursdays, so that's probably why they're all Cardiff people. Because Brody's got some funny stories from Thursdays at Adamstown, Jamie as well when he's done it.
Yeah.
at Adamstown because they're like the memorable ones where you're really just standing right next to them, telling them to push.
Just riding them, eh?
Yeah.
They're like, obviously the members dislike the bike the most, but they're the days for me where they feel the most elated once they like achieve something.
Yeah, it's cool. I love those days.
So do I. I love revving them up, eh?
Yeah.
The partner workout day was that was the best. Loved it. All right, my last question. So again, it is a little bit serious, but it's not at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is this: should there be fines? Should there be fines for people that don't wave to you when you let them into a merging lane? Like merge. Should there be a fine? Like, so obviously, if you can't fine them all the time, but similar to like speeding and whatever, if a police officer's there and he sees me let someone in and they look at me and they don't wave, should there be fines?
Yeah, I'm not about that. Yeah, I hate when that happens. It's so easy just to put your hand up and just be courteous.
What I think there should be a fine, 100%, and it's not just for the silly buggers being like, oh, I hate that, but it really pisses me off. And what happens there if someone's not being courteous, and then someone gets the shits like myself, and I'm driving, that doesn't put you in a good mind frame on the drive home. That's dangerous.
You can become a danger on the road. Then maybe taking turns you shouldn't, changing lanes, pissed off. It is. Yeah. I agree with you. It's so easy just to put your hand up, give them a quick signal, a quick thanks. You're not needing to like wave at them or too much. Just literally raise your hand above your shoulder, and that's it.
Because there's catch me on the wrong day, right? And there could be a day where I let someone merge in, and then they don't wave. They start speeding off, right? There could be someone, and then next minute, old mate like myself, probably not me, but someone else could be really that pissed off. They just start like mowing them down in traffic, just like dodging in and out, just trying to get it.
Road rage is a real thing.
Do yourself a favor. Put the hand up. It's not that hard.
Has that happened to you recently? Is that what triggered you?
No, it's just one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
Because it's just not courteous. Just it's so easy to just do this. Hand up, done.
I don't want to be friends with anyone who doesn't give the courtesy wave.
Yeah, because I feel like I have made a friend on the road if someone puts their hand up. Like I almost feel like we've got a connection now. But then the person that doesn't put their hand up, I'm like looking at the number plates, writing number plates down, going, all right, I'm going to search you up when I get home and this and that. But yeah, just come on, people, just put your hand up. It's not that hard, especially in the wet. Put your hand up.
It'd be like holding the door open for someone and then not saying thanks.
It's the worst.
That doesn't really happen. How rude.
Oh, it happens sometimes, and it's really noticeable when it does happen because there's that awkward silence because you're assuming that they're going to say thanks and then they don't, and then you're just like you give that stupid little awkward laugh and then you're like out of there. So it's just not hard to be courteous.
Nah, agreed. Yeah, I'm not one to have road rage, but it does get on them. Like I just see it being so easy just to do it, and if people don't do it, they're just probably a dick. That's
Another question is this: how severe are the fines?
Loss of license.
Jail, imprisonment, 12 months,
25 years to life.
That's realistically.
I think it should be something really low. There's just an annoying amount to pay, literally a $5 fine or something.
I think realistically, 3 months jail, 12 months good behaviour bond once you're out.
Definitely.
Seriously, can save lives. Put your hand up.
$5 fine. So it's just really? You're going to check $5 and you're yep, should have just waived. Not enough to put anyone out that much, but just enough for it to be all right, I've got to pay that. That's annoying.
So I think you could go either way. I think a $5 fine would be good in that sense, and I think a 3 month imprisonment scared the shit out of them. So it could work either way, where they're scared shitless, or they're just annoyed to the point of, I shouldn't be doing this anymore. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I think. Anyway.
How about 3-month imprisonment and a $5 fine?
Imagine that. You need to pay the $5 before you leave the jail. So like you need to like work up, like fold as much laundry as possible in the jail.
Yeah, you're fine.
You know, $5 on the way out, done.
Hasn't been as many cars on the road lately, so I haven't really had any times when it's happened to me recently. But yeah, don't like it. And I always give the wave. Always.
Just put your hand up, people. That's all we ask. Just put it up.
All right, mate. Good episode.
Thanking you.
Well, again, if you listen and you've got something you want to know, post it below and we'll cover it.
I'm keen. I'm eager for the participation from the members.
Yeah, just like a good karaoke song, we need a bit of participation.
I completely agree, 100%. What even better question? What are some of your favourite karaoke songs? Let me know. Let me know below. Do you wave? Do you wave?
If you don't wave, you're going to be too embarrassed to say you don't.
3-month imprisonment, $5 fine. You choose. One of the two.
Righto. Thanks, everyone. Chat to you on the next one.
Thanks, gang.